Cancer, the person on your mind this week, how do they feel? What are their intentions? What are their actions? This will not resonate with everyone. Take what does, leave the rest, switch the roles if you have to. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't force it. It's too confusing. It's not your reading. Cancer, how does this person feel? What is this person's feelings towards you? Who needs this? Who am I picking up on? They feel betrayed, Cancer. They feel like this is a very deep and hurtful ending. It could have happened a lot of times. This is the ultimate betrayal. I feel like because we have the Nine of Cups here, this person is thinking of themselves at this time. They're thinking of what makes them happy, what gives them emotional satisfaction, what makes them feel fulfilled. I feel like this is someone who had a lot of hopes and aspirations and dreams in regards to you, but I feel like now they're in this energy where they have to think of themselves, Cancer. What are their intentions towards you, Cancer? What is this person's intentions? I also feel very specific just because it's all like colorful, rainbow, this is beautiful. It's almost like despite the pain, this person hasn't lost hope. I don't know why I want to say like hope in humanity, hope in love. I feel like they're very optimistic still. This isn't, even though the ups and downs or whatever they went through with you isn't, maybe it might have put them down at some point, but they're coming out stronger. They're coming out wiser. This is someone who still has hope in their life, in the future, in whatever the universe, God, light, whatever it is that wants to be introduced into their life. They're waiting for it with open arms. I'm seeing a lot of, I don't know, just the rainbow color. It is just like despite the pain, they're like transforming, or they're outgrowing the old, and they're welcoming in the new, even though right now there's this energy of still healing, needing to heal a little bit more. But that is like, I feel like that's the energy this person is presenting themselves with. Could have been a lot of conflict, a lot of, you guys couldn't meet halfway with that Five of Wands. There could have been people involved here. What are their intentions, Cancer? What is this person's intentions towards you? Who needs this, Spirit? What is this person's intentions to move on, to get far away? Some of you might live at a distance with that Six of Swords. Their intentions are to move on, move to calmer waters. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn here. What actions are they taking towards you? Something flipped over here. I thought I saw, oh, here. Nine of Pentacles. They're focusing on themselves, their growth, their abundance. They're not really taking any actions towards you. I feel like they're focusing on their money, on their worth, on what brings them stability in this life. I don't know why I said in this life. So it almost feels like you guys could have had like a very intense connection with this person, but now they're in this energy where they're watering themselves, where you couldn't fulfill them or water them. They're doing it. They've realized, now I have to water myself. Now I have to make myself happy. I could do this without, I could do this without anybody, whether it's you or any other person. Now it's me time. Some of you could be dealing with someone who's learning how to love themselves again after going through this connection or situation with you. How do you feel about them? How does the Cancer feel? All right, so it's like you're not really interested at this time, Cancer. I feel that you have so much resentment. You have so much frustration in this situation. And right now, this is not where you're wanting to put your energy. I feel like you're very disappointed. I feel like there's a lot of sadness, but you don't want to focus on this. I feel like when you think of this situation, it's like a book that hasn't been finished, a chapter that hasn't been finished, because you hold a lot of, that Five of Swords. It's almost like you feel like there's a conversation needed to happen. You feel like there's things left unsaid. You feel there's a lot of frustration, definitely, when it comes to how you feel about them. It's almost like you're viewing the situation in a more negative way. You're looking at more the negative rather than the positive. And I do feel like you are very emotional about this. You are in the blues, you are sad, and you wish things could have been different. But at this time, I feel like you're choosing not to focus on it. How do they view you, Cancer? How does this person view you? Let's actually grab the cards. Cancer, the person you're thinking about, how are they viewing you right now? How is this person How is this person viewing you, Cancer? Let's just take this one. The Six of Wands. They're viewing you as someone they would love to have success with. They're viewing you as someone who's very attractive. They're viewing you as someone who's very intelligent. Give me more. Okay. They may be viewing you as someone who is disappointed or was a disappointment for them as well. Wow, they're viewing you exactly how you're feeling. They're viewing you just as you are right now. Someone who could have a big ego, Cancer, especially with the Six of Wands. Someone who it's hard, very stubborn, hard to make changes, hard to take out of their path, or like if you're comfortable in a certain in something, it's really hard for you to get out of that comfort zone. They're viewing you as someone who could have a lot of resentment, and maybe they have some towards you. I do feel like this is someone who felt very victorious, or they felt good with you, but at the same time there's a lot of elements of secrets or things that haven't been said, or that moon, it's all about the emotional, the subconscious. They're viewing you as someone who also needs to confront your subconscious. You need to confront your wounds. With that moon energy, there's a lot of elements that, like I said, they're unknown, and it's things that I feel like has this person left this person confused in a way, but at the same time, they're not responsible for your actions. They're not responsible for the way you are. Like sometimes, people need to deal with themselves. They're viewing you as someone who needs to deal with yourselves, and whatever you do, whatever it is that you're doing, you need to figure out what's working for you and what's not working for you. And it could also be them too. They may be feeling like this as well. Tell me, what is the hidden truth, the unspoken, especially if you're not in any contact, Cancer? What would they say? This could also be you. Just switch the roles. Your perfection, your beauty amazes me. I'm not sure how I attracted in someone like you, but I'm grateful forever. Not the right time. I am overwhelmed with responsibilities. I don't have the time or energy for a relationship. Let's get one more. I regret lying to you. Give me one more. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. All right, Cancer. Oh, let's get some letters. The letters are not for everyone, very specific. You'll know if it's for you. You'll know if it's not for you. Let's just pull. All right, I pulled a lot more than I wanted to. Okay, the first thing I actually noticed, something about a bra, something about someone's breast. Maybe someone left lingerie at somebody's house. That's not for everyone. And I'm seeing this found. Someone could have found somebody's belongings at someone's house. I'm also seeing the sound. I don't know why I'm getting sound, even though I'm not seeing an N. Someone could be listening to someone's voicemail, someone's voice, someone like they have a way to hear them. They're definitely listening to old messages. Something about a fox. This could be just attraction. Oh, what a fox. Or it could be something about the animal. Maybe you need to look up what a fox means. Maybe it's your spirit animal or something. And wow, as I say spirit animals, I have the letter SP, spirit. Now this is kind of this could be like a sexual undertone. The word spit, just use your own imagination. All right, I don't know what this is coming in. SAR in my workplace, subacute rehab, something about a rehab, something about maybe someone has substance abuse issues, could be due to drugs, or something about someone having to better themselves, as in getting stronger. Maybe they've been through some type of accident. That is not for everyone. I'm also getting bass. Someone could be musical or musically inclined here. This makes me think of roofies, like drugs, like someone was roofie. This also could be some type of pet. Maybe someone's name is Ruff. Ox. I'm getting a lot of animals here. I don't know. Ox. Maybe someone look up ox, what that means, spirit animal. I'm hearing the name Sebastian or Sebastian. Frost. Something about frosty, something about the cold weather. Maybe you met this person in the cold December, January, February. That is the cold weather in the East Coast. Postman, something about mail, something about posting. Maybe somebody, they saw a post. All right, guys, there's just so much here. If you see anything else I don't know why I'm getting something about a prom or something about an event or something about pro something. There's just so much that can play out, like so many ways that can go. tasks. Someone could be focusing on their work, focusing on their tasks. They have a lot to do. Someone could be procrastinating here. This is your reminder. You need to go get something done here. All right, I'm going to leave it as that. Something about bats. Maybe something about Halloween. Stab. Hopefully nobody is stabbing anyone here. Someone could have felt stabbed in the heart, stabbed in the back. The name Abby. Also something about abs. Maybe someone's going more to the gym here, working on themselves. I'm saying the name like Rudolph, Russo. Something about Russia. Something about a certain street here. Someone's, all right, this is way too much right now. Let's just leave it at that. If you see anything else, let me know. Have a great week.